It's time to get on board the Rhema gospel train with the hardest working gospel jock in South Texas, Elder James Lockhart. Get on board, spreading the gospel around the world. Get on board.
Come along, my friends, come along. Come on and get on board. And you don't need no ticket, no. Just stay on board. You see, the joyful train is going from earth, y'all, where the sun shines and never rains. And on this train, there won't be no more worries, won't be no more pain, and no more pain. Do you wanna ride? Do you wanna ride? Ride the train. Step on board with me. Do you wanna ride? Joyful train. Come on and go with me. Go with me. Come on and go with me. All you gotta do is get on board. Whoa, whoa, you're gonna need a clean heart. Yeah, no need for baggage, 'cause everything is free. You see, price has already been paid. Yeah. Sacrifice for you and me. No, can't wait. Tell my story. What a wonderful journey it's gonna be. Do you wanna ride? Do you wanna ride? Ride the train. I wanna go. Do you wanna go? Get on board. Do you wanna ride? Joyful train. We all get there. What a day that's gonna be. Do you wanna ride? Do you wanna ride? This joyful train. Ride the train. Oh man. Do you wanna ride? Do you wanna ride? Joyful train. No tears to cry. It's so sweet by and by. Happiness and peace. Oh my, my. And life eternally. Well, everything to gain, nothing to lose. Families together, celebrating good news. Do you wanna ride this train? Do you wanna ride? Won't you go with me? Do you wanna ride this train? Come on, yeah. Say we're going with love. I wanna ride. Say we're going with peace. Get on board. We're going with joy. We're going where peaceful waters flow. Come on, we ride. Free from all your trouble, yeah. Come on, we ride. Step on board with me. Get free from all your troubles. Step on board with me. Wanna ride? Get free from all your troubles. Step on board with me.
Gotta get on the train.
Step on board.
Ride the train.
Welcome once again to Rhema Gospel Express, all San Antonio global listeners. We're staying in Texas today. Yes, we are. We're staying in Texas. We're going to Dallas, Texas, and we're going to be talking to the Hawkins boys. Yes. If you haven't heard of them, you need to look them up. Look them up. We're talking about some young men that are contemporary gospel soul. They got some quartet. But, I can't tell it like they can tell it. I just want to say, welcome, Hawkins boys.
Hello, how you doing? How you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Doing great. Listen, y'all are doing some great things. And now you're traditional singers?
Well, well, to sum it out, man, we are a gospel group. We all in one. We're a gospel group. That's the best way to explain the Hawkins Boys ministry. We're a gospel group.
Okay, now there's 5 of you, right?
Yes, sir, 5.
Okay, now this is family?
Yes, we all family. We all consist of myself, me and Joe. We consist of brothers. Then my cousin Ricky, and then you got Lil Ricky, which is Ricky Senior is his dad. So yeah, we all sister kids.
Now I'm sitting up here looking at y'all, and it's kind of like when I first saw you, it reminded me of the Jackson 5.
Yeah, man. I mean, we just have a unique way of dressing, man, and we know that's what that picture in white was very catchy for the people, man. So
yes.
We love it, man. We're glad to see y'all guys love it as well.
Okay, yes, we do. Now the amazing part about it is, you have been with some top name people such as Melvin Williams, Shirley Caesar, Kirk Franklin, even Fred Hammond, Walter Hawkins, and the Edwin Hawkins Singers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the list goes on. Tell me, how did you get connected with them?
Well, I start by saying, actually, it's been a blessing. Honestly, it's been a blessing for the Hawkins Boys ministry. And honestly, it takes a team to get where you're trying to go. And honestly, prime example, for the past, since it was March, for 3 months, March, April, and May, we was on tour with Freddie Hammond. And that came about with our manager, honestly. And we were just blessed to have that opportunity to work with Fred, along with Donna McClurkin, Hezekiah Walker, Israel Holden, Marvin Sapp, Cortez Vaughn. Man, we just a blessed group of guys, and we thank the people that surround us and have the same mindset as us in order to help us move forward. So, I mean, it's only God's doing. That's all I can say. El, you can take over.
Of course, you're talking about the great Melvin Williams. He was a blessing to as well. I got a chance to meet him. I met him at a young age. I probably met him at probably like 6 or 7 years old. He didn't know me, but I knew him. And then it's just wonderful to be able to see your dreams come true as well. And then working with some of the greatest artists. Our first single, Mr. Rance Allen, the song titled Joy for Train in 2019. So we was blessed, to work with him as well. Melvin, came in and did a great job of producing that record, Joy for Train.
Okay.
Came in and did a great job of producing that record, Joy for Train, man. And after that, man, God just enlarged our territory, man, to be able to sing amongst great artists, as like you say, Fred, man, Tamla Mans, and all, name it,
Yeah, this goes on.
Yeah, we just thank God.
Now, let's go back a few years. Coming up, How did y'all get together? How did all this begin?
Well, of course, we all, have families, and you know how sometimes, some things that you're supposed to be doing, you're not doing. Due to that, we was, just working in our careers, just trying to provide for our families. And then the Holy Spirit, came, which is me, the founder of the group. God just told me that I had more works for you to do. And I didn't know exactly it was, singing, I thought it was preaching. I think, it was a call in my life for preaching. So, and I was heading to a little place called Cerro Blanco, Texas, and me and God had an encounter, man. And it was a wonderful feeling. At the same time, he was chastising me, And he said, man, I need you to get out. Of course, I'm a business owner. He said, man, I need you to get out of this truck, and start managing your company, and I did so. I obeyed God, and he blessed me to have, a fleet of them. And if I wouldn't have, good thing about it is I'm glad that I obeyed him and I heard his voice. And it was just such a chastising like never before. It was I felt like he grabbed me by my collar saying, "Look at here, you're hard headed boy, and I told you, I got more work for you to do." And I just, took upon that what he was telling me, man, and I just took it, I just never thought it would be like this. I can't imagine, getting where we at this early of our careers.
Now, Lamar, you're also a preacher. you done told off on yourself.
Yes, I'm kind of like I'm in the process. I'm in the process of getting ordained. I've been actually studying the theology of it all, since over the last, year or two. So yes, I'm in process. Okay.
Under construction, I do understand. Understand.
Hey, when I come, I got to come right. I got to come like a fireball. You know what I mean? So
there you go.
I got to make all my ducks lined up. So I'm glad and I'm grateful. To be able to he called me to do those things and to be a blessing to his people.
Okay. Now, Rick.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us. What steps are you taking with the group?
Actually, I would say honestly, see, my role in the group, I'm the goofy one in the group, honestly. I enjoy laughing because I've learned through life and by helping people, laughing is good for the soul. So man, I just sit back and follow the leadership of my cousin Lamar and the other fellas. So honestly, I just sit back and do my part. The thing about us, we all leaders in the group. We all play an instrument. We all understand one another. We all get along with one another. That's important. So outside of that, man, we just love being around each other. We love enjoying one another. And like I said, I just sit back, do my little part, and sit down.
Okay. Now, what does it look like? What does it look like for the group? 2022 is slowly coming to an end. What does it look like for 2023?
Well, I just go ahead. Go ahead.
We just got to making that it's good to be proactive than be reactive, certain situations. So we got a lot of things planned for 2023. Of course, right now, we're getting ready for Spin Awards on this week, this weekend.
Yeah.
We're getting that extra for that as well. So we'll be in Atlanta, Georgia this weekend. So if y'all want to come out, hear the Hawkins boys, feel free, go get your tickets and come to be blessed. Come be blessed,
Okay.
Oh yes.
Now you're talking about being in Atlanta. You have been among the top 10 gospel producers. Okay. But I'd like for you to share with us, because you have received some amazing awards. Tell us about those awards.
Go ahead, Al.
Well, first of all, this new CD project that we got out called Language, it was produced by Stan Jones. He's a Grammy guy, stellar guy, Dove guy, and he came in and did a great job with the Hawkins boys. Getting to knowing us, on a personal level. It was great. It was awesome. Also we actually learned from him certain things, producer things, and it was a great thing that he granted us. To be able to take knowledge from him, and he shared that knowledge with us. He didn't hide it. He shared that knowledge with us. So we can kind of like take it and run with it as well. And that's what I love about him. Oh man. It's great.
Now, share with us. Not many people have the opportunity to be around Al Green, Marvin Sapp. How did y'all come about that?
Well, honestly,
it was a blessing to me. We was writing a song called "Draw for Train" at the time. Melvin Williams flew down. He flew down, and we had like lunch, brunch, or whatever you want to call it. And I introduced the song to him as well, and he asked me, he said, "Who do you hear on this record? With you or whatever, with y'all guys?" And I was like, "Man, my brother, he hears Mr. Rance Allen on this project." And so the following week, I was like, "Man, this is crazy. This is very, very crazy." I mean, it ain't gonna say it's crazy. It's just a blessing in disguise, And in my church service, I was assisting Mr. Rance Allen, and so me and him had a ball that whole weekend. We had a ball that whole weekend, man. Where, of course, he really didn't even know what I did, or what I do. And so we was just having fun, just having a ball, man, riding around and listening to different music, just listening to different artists, man. And he reminded me of my granddad, man. So we just had such a great bond that whole entire weekend. And so one thing I learned about him, he had such great wisdom, man, and he poured it into me as well. And so we went to this place called Papa Do's, a seafood restaurant in Dallas. And we sat down at the table, and of course, people started recognizing, who he was and everything. And they just started to take pictures and things like that. I mean, even pushed his plate to the side, stopped eating, and I was like, wow, so I was paying attention to all of those details where, how he was, eating and serving people at the same time. And I said, like, man, that's a great legend, a good example of a man of God, to push his plate to the side and start serving people, not just on the stage, but, off the stage.
Okay. Now, as where God has the group, you have a lot of groups that are trying to come forth. What would you say to them to encourage them as they step out? Because the gospel industry is a whole complete different world.
Oh yes. Go ahead if you want to speak on it, Rick. I'll speak on afterwards.
No, go ahead. I go after.
Well, I would say one of the things is, of course, in everything you do, you want to put price first in everything you do. And I know it's so many people, everybody wants to be first. Nobody wants to be last, and I really do think that if you find your niche and the blueprint that God has especially for you, you can't go wrong. Now, however, you know, making sure that you're doing this for Christ, not for any type of fame or any type of popularity. You know, make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you have God near, and make sure this is your purpose. You know, this is your purpose. And I know sometimes He give you desires of your heart at the same time, but just make sure God is first in everything you do. And don't take no for an answer, you know, and it's going to be some walls there, you know, but on the other side of the wall, you know, it's your blessings, you know, so you got to find ways to go around the wall or either climb over the wall, you know, to get your blessings, you know what I'm saying? Because God's going to test you, you know, He's not going to just give it to you, because if He just give it to you, you're not going to appreciate it. So put God first.
All right. All right. Rick?
I just say honestly, I mean, El pretty much said it all, but I just say really be yourself, because we see so many artists out of here that's trying to duplicate something that's already been created, and honestly, you have to adjust to time. You have to adjust to time and have a vision. That's most importantly, have a vision, and having a vision, because like El said, if he never listened to what God told him that day, the Hawkins Boys won't be where we at today. So you got to have a vision, and also trust in one another, because when He brought us His vision, we trusted His vision and agreed to it, and He said, you know what, we're just gonna believe in His vision and see where God takes us. So you have to trust one another, have a vision, keep God first, like El said, and yes, work with pretty much like-minded people, because there are so many people in this business, like you said, cutthroat, and like I said, everybody want to be first. Nobody want to be up and coming. Everybody want to be number one. So yes, you have to take those steps to get to the number one. But hey, that's I guess that's my little opinion on it.
All right, all right. Good opinion. Good opinion. We have a few more minutes. Great Change. How did that song come about?
Well, the song came about with El and his brother. They well, you know, I'm gonna let him speak on that, since he the one came up with it. Go ahead, El.
Like I say, you know, being in tune with God and what He wants to say to people. Of course, you know, my MD, Sherrod Cox, sent over a track, and I told my wife that I'm going riding, you know, and you know, listen to the track or whatever. You know, I rode around in the block for like, you know, say maybe 2 hours, you know what I'm saying, just listen to this track.
Yeah.
And God have His way, you know, a download, giving me something that He needs to tell His people. Man, I rode around in my truck for several hours, and man, He gave me the song, Great Change. And of course, you know, our city was going through a lot at that time. Dallas, Texas was going through a lot with the riots and the thing with George Floyd, and out in my mind, I was like, man, you know, what's next, you know, because I was like, man, no, these moments, I said, I said, they will pass, you know. And later on, I came on in the house, and God gave me that melody, there's going to be a change, you know. And then I started seeing change, you know what I'm saying, before my eyes, because I see how our children, you know, these days, you know, they built kind of different from how we was raised, and they was out marching, man, justice for you know, the people in Minnesota, you know, I mean, for George Floyd, you know, all of the burning and stuff like that. And so everybody, you know what I'm saying, wanted, you know what I'm saying, to march, you know what I'm saying, for what's right, you know. And I never seen the Dallas community, man, stepped up so great, you know what I'm saying, and just had a ball, you know, for as marching and making sure that justice was served for our brother George Floyd. And then later on, you know, I handed the song down to my brother Joe, and I was feeling a little low, you know. And once I turned the song into him, you know, he wrote up the verses, and the first time I told him, hey man, go back. You know what I'm saying? I said, really, you know what I'm saying, think about what God is telling you, what's on your heart, what you see. You know, that's what I want you to do. I said, go back. You know, I said, I don't want you to just write the song. I said, I want you to write the song from your heart. And then when he went back, you know, and the words that came, He sent me over the MP3 and what he wrote. He sung it out to me, and I was like, whoa. And I was at a low point in my life where I was just walking out the door because I got tired. And then, of course, COVID, we had these pestilence, tearing up our city, countries. And I was like, man, I really need this because I'm tired of hearing people die. I'm tired of hearing people crying. I'm tired of, this person done passed, that person. And then we had some close people, close to us, where it started to hit home now. That situation started hitting home, and I was like feeling real low. So when my brother sent that song over to me, man, and it lifted my spirit, I got in my truck, I wrote, eat breakfast and everything, and that song really started to minister to me, man. I was like, man, this song is great. It's going to be great for the world and great for the nation. And I thank God for, just hearing his voice, of the melody he just downloaded to me, and on behalf of my brother Joe, for his listen to God is what he's saying, what he needs to say to his people.
Well, okay, we're about to run almost out of time, but I want you to share with us right quick your social sites.
Yes, you can reach us and stay in tune with the Hawkins Boys. You can follow us on our Facebook page, Hawkins Boys page, and also keep up with us on our Instagram, _ the Hawkins Boys. And yes, we do have an EP out entitled Vanquish. It's on all digital outlets. We have songs written by Melvin Williams, Stan Jones. We are singing with the Melvin Williams, and also a song featured with Bishop Rance Allen. So yes, it's an EP to get. Make sure you go get it.
All right.
Bless your heart.
Yes. Coming to you. We're coming to you out of San Antonio, going all the way to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Rhema Gospel Express. We just like to say thank you. The Hawkins Boys. Yes, we've been talking to Rick and Lamar Hawkins. Coming up next, right here on Rhema Gospel Express. Great change. Don't go.
Dear God, I'm not asking for much. Something got to change. Be with your faithful servant.
Never lose hope. Keep your head up high and wipe the tears from your eyes. Just when you thought it was over, God said he ain't through.